What's going on, guys? It's J3 here. Today we're back for another video. This is my third time, yes, third time, trying to record this video. For the love of God, please let me finish this video. I just recorded two videos. One was 20 minutes, the other one was 14. This has took me almost 40 minutes trying to not even upload it, just trying to record this video. Bro, I just spent almost 40 minutes yapping. First of all, if you're wondering why this took me 40 minutes and 2 recording sessions to do, first of all, I got a new monitor, right? I got a new monitor, and I forgot to change it in OPS. OPS? I'm tripping. OBS. So, what happened was it didn't record anything. Not a single bit of footage while I yapped for 21 minutes straight. Then, because I didn't fix it, right, because I went from like a 32-inch monitor to a 27-inch, it was extremely zoomed in and unwatchable. And then, so now I hope and I pray that this is fixed. I'm going to recap everything that just happened in the span of those 2 videos. So, first thing that happened is you look down, I have 300 rerolls. That used to be 1,450. I spent 44 rerolls rolling on Nami and getting her fortune. That happened after I rolled Monarch on my funny Valentine. So I spent 1,100 rerolls to get him Monarch, right? It took a while. Unfortunately, the footage of me re-rolling on him is gone. It doesn't exist because the entire screen was just black because I forgot to switch over OBS to my new monitor. I also gave him all godly stats, and I also went to the event tab, permanent tab, scroll down, and I bought his American flag. I don't even remember what I was even talking about in the last 2 videos. I really don't even know. Oh yeah, I was talking about how I did all this grinding and I've yet to get a single Tony chopper, but yet I've pulled a shiny pink villain on my first attempt. So yeah, that happened. Also, the reason why I haven't uploaded in a little bit was, first of all, Christmas happened, then my birthday happened. I'm 20 years old now. I'm getting old. And then the last 2 updates were terrible. I mean, this was pretty much just a raid update, but usually they would do different maps for raid. They didn't do a different map. It was the same thing. It's just the same exact thing. That's why I didn't upload it, because not because the characters are bad necessarily, like they're not bad, right? Like I literally have, where is he? I literally have him right. Well, it's level 54 and I don't have a Monarch because obviously I was saving up rerolls for funny Valentine, which is a good thing I did. I had like 1,000, almost 1,500, so either way I was getting him Monarch regardless. Yeah, now it's time to showcase because this is just the entire video. This is almost the filler video. I've literally been trying to record this filler video, air quotations, for literally 40 minutes. I'm trying desperately to get this video out. Like after this, I have to edit this. And then in my editing software, I went to go drag and drop the video. First of all, the first video was just black. There was nothing there, just a black screen. So it's pretty much just a podcast. It wasn't even a video at that point. Secondly, the second video was zoomed in way too much. I hope that this is perfect. So, first things first, we're gonna set our yen max. We'll place him down because he's the GOAT. I'm using buffers, so obviously I'm using buffers. I'm gonna place him down, and I'm gonna place funny Valentine down. Then I'm going to start. Okay, let's read some of his passives now. You probably already know this. This unit's almost a year old. This came out like update 1.75. One of the worst updates, so really nobody almost has this character, right? But 23rd president, damage and range 1% after hitting an enemy, up to 23%. So 23% damage and range. This is really old. These are his passives from a year ago. A gift from the other side. gain 1 use of This Is Another Me every 30 seconds, which is clones. And then SPA -5 with each use of This Is Another Me. So you placed on 3 of his clones, you get -15 SPA. Ticket to Ride. Immune to status effects, redirects all attack effects to the enemy that attacked this unit. Damage plus 10% after redirecting attack up to 30%. So 30% damage, -50% SPA, plus 23% damage and range. So as you can see here, his DPS is already almost up to 13k, and there it is, it's at 13k. And then if I do shift click and place on 3 of these, -15%. Dojan, he goes to 16k DPS. And then let me show off his attacks first. So upgrade, cross-dimensional slam. Oh yeah, like I was saying, I don't know what he's doing. I know he has D4C because I used to play YBA back in the day. If you know that game, you're goated. He pretty much just says Dojan, and he does his little attack. I haven't read the manga because the show is coming out literally this year. But yeah, he pretty much just uses his D4C and throws rocks at him or something. I don't know. And then dual heart attack. He sends like one of these units or enemies, I guess they're enemies, sends one of these enemies right back into them or something. Yeah, he clones them. Yeah, that's what he does. He clones the enemy and he like bombs them. He turns them into a bomb. So boom, 836,000 damage, 165 DPS. To put that into perspective, this is with no buffs. This is just the unit on its own with full godly stats. This is a 24.8% attack, by the way, so I mean, it's up there. 165k DPS. That's more DPS than Ainz. That's more DPS than Broly, even with crit, I'm pretty sure, and crit damage. And that's more DPS than Escanor, which is insane. So then if I go over here, I think it's the Forge, right? Yeah, it's Forge. And then Silver Dagger, reduce SPA by 10. His DPS now shoots up to 188,000. And then okay, I'm gonna need to place him down and fully upgrade him. And put this on this, so that way he can attack. And then I also need to use Escanor. And then pop this. And then skip. And the reason I'm placing down Escanor is so that they don't delete my funny Valentine. Because if it deletes my funny Valentine, then everything disappears, and that is lagging my computer, even though I have a 3050. Skip. Boom. Now we have a 20% damage buff. We pop this so that nothing can kill him. And obviously they're also getting the damage buff, so keep this in mind. So 162k DPS with a buff. And then 196k with like a really good buff. 218,000 damage without me giving him one of these mastercrafts or whatever they're called. So Sword of Accutation or whatever. Bro, I don't know. I'm tired. So this gives him plus 20% damage. And I think it's also supposed to lower his SPA. So boom. 250,000 DPS from a 20% buff from here. And then, what is this one? A 20% damage buff from here. The SPA buff. He's dealing 250k. So I said, if I come over here, he's not even dealing, like this is how much damage he's going to be dealing regularly. 152k, 162k, and he's even dealing less damage. Funny Valentine is out DPSing the latest Vanguard with Monarch. That is insane. I know he doesn't have godly stats, but he has Z+, which is honestly close enough. Z+, I think, can go up to like 22-ish%. So, yeah. And as you can see, he gains about 40 clones every 20 waves, which this is perfect. The reason why I got this unit is he is perfect for rifts. I don't have Shanks yet. Shanks is literally a free Monarch. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I got this. So, another one of his abilities, right? Let's just say, okay, his range is a little bit too good. I want to move him back, but I don't want to sell him. You just place on a clone, delete him, and a clone takes place. And you can do this multiple times. As you can see, there's no cooldown. I can just continue swapping them back and forth however many times I want. Pause, I don't know. But boom, now he's here. I sell him, he goes back to being here. Now the fun part. He has infinite clones. Infinite. I think it's every 30 seconds you get a clone, right? Wait, generates one use of this another me every 10 seconds, which is even crazier, right? So, all I have to do is click once, and then shift click. And then you can just spawn as many of these as you want. They have hella range. And when I mean hella range, I mean like so much range, it's unbelievable. So just place them everywhere. Dojan, yep, Dojan. And then in true American fashion, they just shoot everything. Each one of these clones has 50k DPS, by the way. I don't know how or what I did before, but he was dealing more DPS, and these were dealing like 60k DPS. But it's still crazy. 51k DPS. These are free placements, by the way. 51k DPS for 45 in 20 waves. 45 in just 20 waves. If you do the math, that's 50 times 50. I think so. It'd be like 50,000 times 50. So that's like, I don't even know. It's in the millions of DPS per second, and that's not even including his 250k DPS, which you can get higher. I don't know what I did in the last video, but his DPS was even higher than this. I don't know. Sometimes the buffing is weird. Sometimes he doesn't get buffed right. Maybe if I rebuff him or something and add back all of his buffs. Nope, still the same. Okay, I don't know what I did, but his clones were doing 60 something k DPS on the last video. That's gonna do it for me. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a filler video. I mean, this technically took me 10 days to record in quotations. But the last two AV updates was One Piece, and honestly they were kind of bad, so I didn't record a video from this. Also, I already explained earlier, I was too busy celebrating my birthday and celebrating Christmas with family. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I hope you guys also had a great Christmas or Hanukkah, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you just had a great day. But yeah, if you like, give it a like. If you don't like, give it a dislike. And I'm out.